Welcome to my page. My name's Ruth Ellen and I run the She Can page. And this is where you shift, heal and expand. Now, this series particularly is all about visibility. And I want to talk about the BS that has got you not stepping into your full power. Now, BS is BS, but it's belief systems, right? Let's be real. There's so many beliefs that you are encapsulating and taking and internalizing that you are no longer the person that you once were. The person that came into this world as this bright, sunny, dispositioned child. You have become a former shell of yourself. And I want to change that. My mission is to help you change that. And so let's talk about some of these belief systems. Some of these belief systems that have got you just playing plain small. I mean, let's face it, you have this massive mission, you have this movement, you have this mindset that is stopping you from actually achieving it. So let's talk about that. So one of the belief systems that I come across often is that you're not an expert. And I would like to debunk that myth, debunk that myth. The expertise myth of you have to have a certain, credential, or is it maybe numbers after your name, maybe it's letters? That expertise thing stops so many people from just moving forward. Can you think about the way that we place ourselves in this sort of container of expectations of what this expert should be? If you have this belief system that you have to be a specific type of expert in order to teach what you're teaching, to talk about what you're talking, then I want to stop you right there and let you know you are more than an expert. An expert is somebody that's read a sentence or two about a subject matter, more so than somebody else, right? You could just be a couple of steps ahead of somebody. But an expert is also somebody that decides to step in their power. There's many people that know the logical things behind things that you talk about. They know it like that, right? They know it logically. But whether they're going to be prepared to stand in their power and talk from their heart about it is something else. So your job as the expert is to own your power and know that you've got something to say about the subject matter, because your expertise comes from life experience. Your expertise comes from living it, right? Your expertise comes from seeing it. Your expertise comes from being passionate about it. Your expertise comes from reading about it. Your expertise comes from so many different facets of life that, you know, if somebody asked you about it, you could probably draw on so many sources. It's not that you maybe have a degree in it. Even if you do, that's great. But that's not all that makes you an expert. Too often we are putting so much pressure, we're almost strangling what an expert should be. This fixed linear sense of an expert stops people from moving forward. And so that BS about being an expert, let's put that to the side. What about if we just decided that we were just going to be the contributor to the conversation? We're going to contribute to the conversation. Now, doesn't that make you feel a bit different? If I'm going to contribute to the conversation, I'm going to give my 2 cents, then the pressure is kind of off. It's much more around adding value. It's much more around adding your insights. It's much more around adding your perspective. It's much more around representing your perspective. So if you want to shift that belief system, think of it as you being a contributor, not just a consumer. Because oftentimes when you're consuming some of this information that you think you're not an expert on, you will find yourself disagreeing with so many things. And this is why it's so important, it's so important that you decide to take a stance and say, actually, this is my view about that. They've completely forgot about this part, and this is what I need to add to the conversation. Because when you add your 2 cents to the conversation, when you contribute to the conversation, you make the subject matter more rich. Oftentimes, these subject matters can be quite poor because they haven't had many perspectives that make a difference. Some of these perspectives are all the same. They've looked at the same textbooks, they've looked at the same life skills, they perhaps had the same experience and background. But you coming in and contributing, that makes a difference. A huge difference. You're adding so much value by doing that. So that's one thing, right? Belief system about being an expert. The second thing is, and this one's kind of give some triggers to some of y'all. So let's breathe that in for a little bit. You ready? The next thing is about feeling like you are gonna offend somebody. Oof. Now, I know for some of you, you know, if you follow me for a bit, you know that I believe that you was truly born to make other people feel uncomfortable. But some of you that might not be familiar with my work might be thinking, I don't want to make people uncomfortable. I want to make them comfortable. I want to make sure that they're, you know, they like me and they trust me. And I honestly, not everyone's going to love you, and you just got to be okay with that. Not everybody's going to love you, and you just got to be okay with that. Now, I know that can be quite weird to say, but we should be trying to polarize our audience, almost saying, giving them the option of, you like me, you don't like me. But when we kind of try to speak to everybody and cater to everybody, we speak to nobody and we cater to no one at all. It's almost like you've got a plate full of stuff that nobody wants because it's mixed up with things that isn't edible. It's almost like you've decided that this plate has to serve everybody. And this plate's got dishes that are vegan, dishes that are carnivores, and all on the same plate. And so you're serving it to this one, you know, all of your audience, and they're like, I'll take a little bit of this, but I don't want that. And so I want you to be very clear. When it comes to you being liked or not, business isn't about being liked. I generated £120 million in new business sales for other companies, and it wasn't about the likability factor. It was about three things. Me building a relationship with people, and when you build a relationship with people, it doesn't mean telling them what they want to hear. It means completely being honest with them, giving them what they need to hear. When I connect with my angels and I'm doing the card readings, they're telling me what I need to hear. They're not telling me what I want to hear. And I don't even ask them what I want to hear. I say to them, thank you, angels, for letting me know what I need to hear. Because why would they need to tell me something that I want to hear? It doesn't serve me. And so it's very important that you make that distinction. That just because you are here in this online space, to know, like, and trust all that stuff, you're building relationships with people. You need to be honest with them. Honesty. That's what builds integrity. Trying to be nice to everybody and get everyone to like you. Oof, it's a dangerous slippery slope, my friend. So going back to what helped me to generate £120 million sales in new business working for other corporates was relationship building, information gathering, and customized value. Now, that's not in any particular order, but obviously, if I didn't build a relationship with people that I was speaking to, I couldn't give them the value that they needed that was customized for them. If I didn't talk to them, have a two-way conversation, find ways to get the data, I won't be able to gather the information I needed from them to make that customized value offer to them. So my point is, after all of this going around in circles, is for you to remember what you're here for. You are here to help shift people, shift them to the next level of greatness. If you're trying to be nice to them, trying to be their friend, you're going to just be like everybody else that might be in their life who is not challenging them to play bigger. That's what I do for you. I'm not here to play nice. I'm a nice person. My intention is to deliver you things that are going to help you. That comes before me being your friend. Because here's what I know about friendship. And sometimes friendship's really well intentioned, but sometimes you'll notice when you're maybe going through an awakening process that the friends that are around you have been quite toxic, have been quite unhelpful. Maybe you've grown with them and they've never actually challenged you to play bigger because they're so used to you playing your role. When you want to play a new role now, they're there saying to you, what are you doing? What's going on? Are you okay? And so it's very important that you notice that. You notice the difference. You notice that your expansion is not going to be for everybody. And that means your message isn't going to be for everybody. And that means your customized value isn't going to be for everybody. The relationships you're building isn't going to be for everybody. And the information gathering that you're gathering, you're not going to use all of that because it's not going to be needed for everybody. So we've already spoken around, you know, being liked. We've spoken around the elements of what the board BS believes. Now I could go on and on, but I'm not gonna. I want you to kind of internalize some of the information I'm telling you, because there is no transformation from information without implementation. So I've asked some questions in this, and I'm gonna probably ask you to re-watch if you can, because it's live. So the replay viewers, #replays, if you are watching this on replay. I want you to look at these belief systems. Look at them for what they are. Look at them for how they might be helping you to be comfortable. Remember, you was born to make other people uncomfortable, and I'm here to make you feel uncomfortable because I want you to grow. There is no growth in the comfort zone, my friend. And then I want you to also look at how you're building relationships on the online world. Are they being authentic? Or are they based on fakeness and trying to cater to everybody? And if you was going to be authentic, if you was going to be more bold yourself and helping those people to shift, building those relationships, gathering that information, and completely customizing what you give them as value, what would that look like? That's my question to you. So that was today's live. Let me know in the comments if it was helpful to you. And there's going to be a link that's going to help you to learn more about what I do and how I can help you to be unapologetically visible. Using 4 things: my kits, knowing who you are not so you can step into who you are; implementing spiritual practices, or just practices that help you to stay high vibe yourself and just like powerful, right? Powerful. Hypnotherapy and all that stuff, all the stuff that I love doing is in that. Then taking aligned action from that place of power. Yes, aligned action that helps you feel good, that is good, that might be a bit uncomfortable, but you know you've got this because your nervous system is expanded and you're not going to go to sleep afterwards. And then last but not least, systems. Systemizing and streamlining your business so that you can receive leads, receive inquiries, whatever it is, sales every day without you having to do all the things. So that's what kits give you. And that's what I help you with in 30 days, unapologetically visible. There is a longer program available, but that 30 days is the intensive if you are ready for that. But the bottom line is you can be unapologetically visible when you start to implement kits, start to truly honor who you are. Comment below. Let me know if you want a replay. Thank you for watching.